Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode number 11, and I hope you all are ready for some Chapter 2, An Alliance of Opposites. So let's start by doing what the quest says and clicking on our holoterminal.
Word of your amazing success has preceded you. Well done. But events are moving faster than we anticipated. The Council is calling an emergency conference with the Supreme Chancellor, and we need you to attend.
That's right, the Chancellor, I think they mentioned that before.
Surely the Jedi Council and the Chancellor can manage without me.
We need your unique skills. The conference is being held on Tython at the temple. Come as soon as you can. There is also another matter we should talk of in person.
They need to talk?
Intriguing.
Trust me, Jedi, nothing good ever follows those words.
They've certainly piqued my interest.
Council knows of your greatness, Herald. They would not dishonor you.
I'd hope not. But if such illustrious personages demand our presence, I suppose we shouldn't keep them waiting.
The Supreme Chancellor! This is so exciting! And no time to recompile my hair!
The tragedy. Well, we do have a while to get to Tython anyway. I'm not sure how far. Where are we? Vivicar's ship still? I'm on the fleet, but I think that's because I went on the fleet to PvP for a little bit earlier this week. As I'm sure you'll notice, there's no more double XP, but at least there's boosted XP. We have our guild buff, this buff, our class buff, so we'll still be getting XP at a pretty good rate. And we should be able to keep well ahead of the required levels for these quests. Alright, so Tython is, of course, among the core worlds. Unfortunately, there's no priority transport to get there, but that's okay. We'll do it the old-fashioned way then. So, Master Bakarn said they needed my special skills here. I'm not really sure what special skills I have besides shielding people from Vivicar's curse, and I don't think the Supreme Chancellor is infected by that. But I guess we shall see. Maybe they just needed my unique perspective on things. This is kind of what I don't like about how the quests or the chapters aren't really related to one another. In the consular storyline in particular. The second and third one might be. Not entirely sure. Actually, I think I do remember. Yeah, I guess they are. They're related, but only a little bit. I'm not even sure what your adversary is in the second chapter. I have a good guess, but all it is a guess. Either way, I suppose the Jedi Council will give us some clues. And I think there are probably, I want to say 4 planets in this chapter. Let's see. We already did Alderaan, so that leaves 1, 2, 3, maybe only 3? And that would leave 3 more for the last chapter then. That's probably what it is, 3 and 3, I guess. And one of those 3 planets is pretty short, so... No. I feel like I'm forgetting a planet, but I don't think I am. Is this guy a level 6? He has a legacy title there, the one and only, that I thought maybe he was like a high-level character.
Welcome. Supreme Chancellor, allow me to present the only living SWTOR of the Jedi Order.
Only the 3rd ever, I'll have you know.
The Council has told me of your exploits. Remarkable. You may be exactly the person I need.
Oh, he's only here by hologram? Oh, I thought it was going to be like some really cool meeting where he actually came here in person. I feel like he talks to them by hologram probably fairly frequently.
Before I agree to anything, I'd like to know what's going on.
You may not be aware that the Empire is not our only concern. The Republic itself is on the brink of collapse.
Great.
Across the galaxy, many worlds are talking about secession. Even open rebellion against the Republic.
I like choice number 3.
If these worlds rebel, they should face the consequences.
They're afraid of the Empire. I won't punish them for that. A small league of powerful planets and individuals has emerged, calling themselves the Rift Alliance.
This Rift Alliance claims to have lost all faith in the Republic. Those worlds are threatening to sever all ties, permanently.
But the Republic is badly weakened. The Rift Alliance controls critical resources, armies, trade centers. If they leave, the Republic will die.
That's a bit of a leap there, but I guess I'll trust your judgment, being the Chancellor and all. Also, notice that even though he's the Supreme Chancellor, his robes still have clipping issues. I like that.
This Rift Alliance must understand they're placing billions of lives at risk.
I want to assign a Jedi as my representative to the Rift Alliance. To prove the Republic takes their grievances seriously, this Jedi will be tasked with solving any problems the Rift Alliance may have.
Who could it be?
Restore its faith in the Republic's strength. When I asked the Council for candidates, yours was the first name they suggested.
Lucky me.
If these worlds are determined to leave the Republic, one Jedi is not going to change their minds.
Jedi have changed the fate of the galaxy. This is not impossible. Not for the right person.
Which brings us to the other matter I mentioned. We would, naturally, not assign anyone less than a Jedi Master to such a task.
But your strength and courage have long shown you merit the rank.
Interesting. I feel like my character is, I don't know, very young for the title of Jedi Master. Like when I played it the first time on Aravale, it kind of made sense because he looks like he might be, 40 years old or so. But Penuel is like, I don't know what, maybe 20. That is a little too soon. But I think still she would relish the title.
I've been waiting for this since I first set foot on Typhon.
Kneel, and the Supreme Chancellor will bear witness.
We are one voice, one order, bound together by the Force.
Through her actions, this Jedi has proved worthy. Before our order and the Force itself.
We grant you the rank of Jedi Master. Protect and guide the Republic, as the Force guides you.
Rise, and may the Force be with you.
Congratulations. It is a pleasure to welcome you as a fellow Master.
I do kind of wish they waited till the end of Chapter 2, because it would feel like you'd actually accomplished more at that point, and might be a little more worthy of the title and rank.
Perhaps now I can finally strive for greatness.
Well said, Jedi, and well done.
I've convinced several diplomats from the Rift Alliance to be guests aboard a Republic flagship, the Fortitude. Rendezvous with the Fortitude and meet with them. Quickly. You are now my best hope to keep the Republic in one piece.
I'll have this Rift Alliance back in line before you know it.
Do what you must. Just remember, we rely on their goodwill. And thank you. Perhaps the Republic will have a future, after all.
He seems rather pessimistic for the guy in charge of the entire Republic. Alright, travel to the Fortitude. So I don't remember this part, actually. Let's just quick travel back to my ship. Save a bit of time. So I guess there are 3 planets plus a couple little intermediate things. I still feel like I'm forgetting a planet, but I'm going through the list and I'm pretty sure there are only 6 left. I could name them, but I don't want to spoil anything. Although, if you look at the playlist, you can probably tell just by the episode titles what they are. Alright, so let's go to our Navicomputer and head to this Fortitude. Not really sure where it is. In the Outer Rim, it looks like. There it is. Our public capital ship, normally assigned to the core worlds, the Fortitude was involved in the breaking of the Hydian Way blockade. The Supreme Chancellor hopes that having the Fortitude host the Rift Alliance will be seen as a gesture of respect by its members. Makes sense. Why do I feel like this is not going to go as simply as he expects? Not eligible for this conversation. What does that mean? Did occur to me that I don't have my companions out on crafting missions, though. I should do that once we arrive. Alright. See, like you are not eligible to enter at this time? Oh, I have to use my ship's holo terminal. That's so dumb. Like, they already gave us our mission. Why do we have to call in again? Alright, well, sorry for all the loading screens,
Exceed your
but
expectations, Master.
I guess I don't have a choice. At least the ship loading screen should be a little quick. I do have this on my solid state drive as well, so that helps a little bit with the load times. Alright, back to the holo terminal. I was just thinking how nice it was. We don't have to click on the holo terminal because we already talked to them at Tython, but
Hello?
nope.
You're the Jedi they were sending, yes? I can't talk any louder. Someone might hear. I'm Nadia Grill. My father and the other senators. We were all invited here by the Chancellor. Then the ship was attacked, boarded by people calling themselves Sith.
Sith, what could they be? Alright, so I knew things were going too smoothly.
Do you have any idea what the Sith are up to?
I don't know, but I've seen them tampering with the engines. The one in charge is called Eric's. He just cut his way through the crew. Then he ordered all the senators onto the bridge and locked it. My father's in there, but I can't get to him. I just hid.
Well, that sounds pretty terrifying.
If I can reach them, I can protect the senators and your father.
There's a console on one of the lower decks that can open the bridge. Here, I'll send you the location. Please help us. If they're doing something with the engines, there might not be much time.
Alright, let's get to it then. Use the security console. Alright. So now we should be eligible for this conversation. Once we load the Fortitude one more time. How did the Sith know where the ship was? I imagine it was a closely guarded secret. They must have spies either in the Chancellor's office or amongst the crew. Or amongst the senators themselves. Alright, there's our medbay in case we die. I'm gonna do what I usually do and stealth through all these people. What? How did they see me? Keep running. Maybe they'll forget they saw us. Look at them go. Keep running. No, don't get stabbed, Theron. Oh, you got stabbed.
It must be a weakness.
Are they ever gonna... No, they're not. Alright.
That's quite enough of that.
Down they go. Back into stealth. Can't sap the droids, so I'm just gonna stealth through. Don't see any scanning droids. Are we supposed to rescue those guys? Might be a bonus mission, but not double XP, so I don't particularly care. Alright, these guys we probably have to kill. Let's give it one more second. Alright. Making sure my force potency was up. Down you go. What, double project there? It's part of our skill tree. Run, you're free.
Caution.
Sort of.
Navigational computer illegally locked. Fail-safe systems have been disabled. Collision with Duralia's surface is imminent. Recommend immediate course change to avoid casualties.
Oh, wonderful. My genius is about to be snuffed out thanks to some Imperial grunt's ham-handed sabotage.
Well, let's use that genius to work our way out of here then, shall we? Bridge is over this way. And I believe that's where Nadia said the senators were. I don't see any though. This looks a little like our guild's flagship. Except our consoles are oriented the other way. We have more of them than they have here.
Get away from him. I'm warning you. I won't let you hurt him.
A Jedi.
Nadia, don't! You'll just end up shooting yourself, girl. Drop it, or your father and your Jedi friend here will die very, very slowly.
Why have you done this? These people are no threat to you.
Hardly a challenge either, but I know better than to question my orders. Your ambassadors will die, and this ship will be destroyed. Pitiful, like slaughtering Nexu cubs. But Lord Kyrus demands that your Rift Alliance suffer and fall.
Nexu cub. It's like kittens. So he likes to slaughter kittens, I guess. Yeah, I guess we should figure out who Lord Kyrus is. He might be our main nemesis, not really sure.
Who is this Lord Kyrus?
A master I'm honored to serve. My lord might find the girl an appealing prize of war, once she's incapacitated. But the others must die. It is commanded. And you, Jedi, are in my way.
Alright. Let's do this then. He's aggroed on me, so... Don't want to stun him, because that would use up my stack. Alright. Wasn't too tough. Not for a Jedi Master, at least.
Nadia, don't you ever! What were you thinking? He might have killed you.
I'm sorry, Father. I couldn't just hide while you were in danger.
Charming, really.
We'll talk later, Nadia. The planet's looking dreadfully close, and I saw that Sith lock the navigational computer.
If you can all stop arguing for a moment, anything you know about the ship could be useful.
We're passengers. What could we possibly
That
know?
Sith also destroyed the life support and fire control systems, so I hope you have another ship for us to evacuate onto.
Please! I don't want to die!
Shush, Places. Jedi, could we overload one of the engines to change course? We'd likely hit Duralia's moon instead, but there'd be time to escape. Just.
I don't know if hitting a moon is that much better, but I guess if it's uninhabited and gives us time.
Starship engines have fail-safes built in. There won't be time to overload it and evacuate everyone.
Obviously the Sith would have turned the failsafes off when they locked our course.
Wait! We can't do that! If we crash the ship into the moon, it'll...
We don't have time for your babbling, child. So you can either let her speak. I want to hear what she says, but that's the dark side option there. All right, let's say I need all the options first.
She may have a better idea. Let's hear her out first.
If the Fortitude crashes into Duralia's moon, it'll change the planet's tides. Whole cities might flood. But the Fortitude's thrusters still work. If we work together, maybe we could steer the ship into orbit instead. You need to take everyone to the controls right away. But we could save Duralia and the moon, and the ship could be salvaged.
Without the computer, we could still hit Duralia.
I can monitor our course from here.
Which Jedi? Time's short. Either we steer the ship, or you'll need to crash it into the moon.
Alright, crash the ship.
I'll overload one of the engines. Everyone else, evacuate the Fortitude now.
Yes, Master Jedi. I understand.
From one doomed ship into another.
Sure, Stone. Jedi, once the engine is set to overload, get out as soon as you can. Good luck.
Alright, let's do it. We have a bonus to defeat Cassandra. I don't know who that is, but she's worth 15,000 experience points. Is that a decent amount? Maybe. If we pass by her on the way out, we'll fight her, whoever she is. Otherwise, I'm not going to be too worried about it. Might have to kill this guy though.
Isn't your day?
Can't see me now. Alright, is this the main? No, it's the bonus. Alright, might as well. Oh, a champion. Guess she's that guy's apprentice or something.
Now, just as I programmed.
There we go, got the backstab off that time. Gonna interrupt her move there, and that one. And gonna stun her so she can't do that. She's basically a TK. I don't have any more. Too late. There's a slight delay on consular knockbacks, which I really hate, but there it is. Can resilience through this though. Yeah, she's definitely a lightning sork. And she's turning to face me, so I can't get behind her, but alright. Got some extra experience points for that. Some loot. But we do have a ship to save. Not very tough for a champion though. Oh, that guy almost saw me. Even with my blackout. Well, I guess it probably expired by that point. Alright, let's mez one of these and then we'll start killing them. He died quick.
Allow us.
Can stun them with low slash though, since that's a melee attack technically.
That's quite enough of that.
Which means it doesn't use one of my charges. Grab some credits. Alright. Return to your ship. Wonder if I have to... So I want to use my quick travel thing, but that might bug out the quest. I might have to come all the way back in here and then go back in again or something. So just in case, let's do it the way you're supposed to do it. And we'll sneak back out this way. Almost saw me there. Hopefully it's not too long of a run. As you can tell by the indicator there, if it has the eyeball, that means enemies are nearby. If it has a gun, a red gun, that means you're in combat. And if it has nothing, it means you're safe. Alright, so I see the airlock. Just have to get to it. Yeah, they don't hear my rocket boots. You think they would. I made a wrong turn. You think they would see the flame jets too. I'm not sure if those are really stealthable. Alright, see, yeah, you had to, the checkpoint was right there, so if I'd gone right to the ship, I don't think it would have worked. So now we have to use the intercom, which I mentioned during my tour of the ship, but this is the chapter where it becomes important, because you use the holo terminal to talk to people outside your ship, but to gather all of the senators on your ship, you use your internal holocom. Other classes have something similar when you're talking to like all your crew at once, but for the Consular, it's more about the Rift Alliance senators. Oh, I thought it meant... Huh. Thought it was in that room over there, but alright. That's right. There goes the Fortitude. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the tides too much.
Looks like we're safe, but what happens now?
As I understand it, we've been given a Jedi Master to address our every need, right?
Not sure about that.
The Chancellor's seen you growing away from the Republic. I'm here to ensure that doesn't happen.
Yes. I should introduce everyone. First we have...
Who's the guy inside of you?
Representative Alani, who can introduce herself.
This is Diabdun. He represents a planet rich in lightsaber crystals, you call them?
Yes, beautiful things. Break easily.
Hello. Ty Corden, Trade Secretary for Balmora. You're the SWTOR, the Warden of the Jedi Order, right?
Ah, Balmora. An interesting planet.
You should feel honored that someone of my rank would see to your grievances.
Next is Shuru. He is from a water planet called,
Manon. Yep, Manon. Good to know my Devastator world is so memorable.
I'm Blazes. If you need any help from... Well, not that you need... Hello?
And I'm Senator Toba Skrell. My daughter and I are from Sarkai. We've only just joined the Republic.
But we were invited to join this Rift
She's
Alliance
inside
almost
him
right
too.
away. Wasn't that nice?
This quest was not buggy last time. I don't know if it's just a coincidence or if it's a new bug, but this is really weird. I didn't catch that one guy's planet, but yeah, Manon is, if you played KOTOR or watched KOTOR, it's a big planet there. And actually it's added to this game now with a new flashpoint, but it's the main and only, I think, exporter of Kolto, which is sort of like the Bacta of this era. It's the main source of medicine for soldiers of both factions, and thus a very valuable planet to the Republic.
We certainly don't lack for diversity.
Ah, The Republic. Good at words, but nothing else. If you're really here to help us, prove it. What about Tai? His world's under Imperial occupation, and the Republic's utterly failed to liberate them. Twice.
Alani, there were good reasons for the Republic to pull out. Even I see that. Although, if you did help to free Balmorra, Jedi, you'd certainly prove the Republic isn't a failure.
Balmorra has never been part of the Republic. It's just an ally.
You know your politics, but things change. Since the occupation, Balmorra's government has been in exile, myself included, and our droid factories are under Imperial control. But if Balmorra is liberated, I'll see we join the Republic and bring our droid armies with us.
An interesting premise. Hopefully I have his word on that.
I shall hold you to that promise after we celebrate victory.
The Republic actually helping Balmorra? That would be a start.
Either we work together or the Empire will destroy us. You'll see the Republic's true strength.
She's behind him
but
talking
we expect your full support in return.
Well, the Fortitude's done for. It seems we're stuck here. At least we can keep an eye on things.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
On a Jedi ship. I never dreamed I can't wait to see everything.
You're not going to see much with your father sitting on you. I guess what would probably happen, see, when you're not talking to them, they have their positions where they are. And I guess when you clicked on the intercom, it didn't remove the existing ones before it added the cutscene figures. Some minor bug. But alright, let's get our XP and some crystals. Yeah, not quite level 47 yet, but a little bit closer. Okay, so that's it for the Fortitude. I guess we could travel to Balmorra and get started there. I'm not going to go too far into it because we will make that our own episode, but might as well see what our mission is besides liberate the planet. Levels 32 through 36. So we are well over leveled for that, but thanks to level syncing,
Balmorra,
it'll still be fun.
Home. I never wanted to see it like this. I was Balmorra's trade secretary. I was off-world when the Imperial occupation began, and my colleagues were exiled or killed. Our president, he was taken, and who knows what he suffered. Hiding or not, I now have seniority. If we free Balmorra, I become president.
The Imperial occupation has helped your career considerably.
I never wanted this, but any other candidate may have been tainted by the Empire. And once our government is restored, I want Balmorra to join the Republic.
Sounds good to me.
And Balmorra's weapons and droids would then help the Republic army, correct?
Naturally. I don't expect you to help me for free.
Tai, it's madness. You don't have any supporters or soldiers, anything.
That will change. Meanwhile, I have a contact who can help us. A revolutionary calling himself Zenith. Zenith and his followers have been sabotaging the Empire's operations. Assassination, sneak attacks. He's something of a blunt instrument.
Sounds like my kind of people. I was gonna say something else too, and I forgot what it was. Oh, it reminds me of like Aragorn in Lord of the Rings, helping him reclaim his throne. Now we're helping this guy build an army and claim the presidency of Balmorra.
At least this Zenith is standing up to the Empire.
I need his knowledge and resources, but first, we have to find him. When you're on the surface, go to this location and enter the phrase, "Two perspectives are aligned," into the computer there. It'll get Zenith's attention. Hopefully, he'll be amenable.
Yeah, Aravel and Zenith I don't think got along too well, but I think Penuel and him probably actually would.
You'd be surprised how persuasive I can be.
Best of luck. I've been waiting to return for so long.
Just like Return of the King. Alright, although I think Aragorn was a little more reluctant than this guy. Maybe. Okay, so are we on Balmorra? We are. Sweet. Well, yeah, let's get to the planet at least. Maybe we'll do one mission and then I'll stop the episode there. But I think the main storyline here is actually going to be liberating Balmora, and that's the one any class can do. Of course, it's a little more complicated than that, but that's the main idea. Whereas each Republic class has their own storyline. The cool thing about Balmora, as well as Terrace, which we've already been to a while ago, the order of those planets is actually reversed depending on if you're playing a Republic class or an Imperial class. So right after their capital world, they go to Balmora when they're a low-level character, and they come back to Terrace later on. Whereas for us, Terrace is one of our early planets, and we don't go to Balmora until Chapter 2. And chronologically, that's the same order they take place. So Terrace is liberated by the Republic, or helped by the Republic, and is then conquered by the Empire, whereas Balmora is conquered by the Empire, and then, as we're about to help with, liberated by the Republic. And there's, if you want to do the planetary storyline, I'm assuming it's that guy there. Yep, story arc Balmora. So he's the one who gives you that quest. And I think that was a pretty fun quest, so I recommend doing it if you're playing the game for the first time. I think there's also like a day-night, not a cycle, but I think like they come to Balmora during the nighttime in Terrace as well, maybe. Or it might just be one planet I'm thinking of, but I do remember something like that. Is that? Oh, that's a Flashpoint guy, right? Yeah. Terrell 5. That's a fun Flashpoint. That's one of the main story ones. So if you like extra story content, especially if you liked the KOTOR games.
Colicoid nest. All the places to land on Balmora. And we picked the bug swamp.
You should have seen it before we cleared the hives out. Eggs and slime everywhere. If the bugs are keeping the Empire from finding us, I'm happy to share some space.
Speak for yourself. I think I swallowed some egg.
All right. Don't get near me then. But yeah, Terrell 5 has some KOTOR references, as does it's also a lead up to Maelstrom Prison, which is another really fun Flashpoint and a very story-driven one. So this is the main Republic base, if memory serves. And I guess we're trying to go to this terminal. Is this where we're contacting Zenith from? Is it that simple? Maybe.
I heard that two perspectives are aligned.
The computer lights up and a recorded message plays.
Zenith only speaks in private, and the Empire is always watching. There are privacy scramblers throughout this area, relics from a freer time. Switch them on and you will be contacted.
Alright, not quite sure how that works, but that's our quest. So let's go take care of that. This area we're at now is a Republic-only area. Imperials cannot get here. At least I'm pretty positive of that. Because the only way to get here is by starting here or by speeder, and they can't ride our speeders. There's a similar Imperial area somewhere on the planet. And then the vast majority... Actually, never mind. The entire planet is actually Republic-only. Because like I said before, they take place in different time periods. But, this is a separate area, separate from the rest of the planet. And I think... Yeah, I'm confusing this with Tatooine. Tatooine's the one where each faction has its own city that the enemy cannot get to, but the majority of the planet is shared between the two factions. Tatooine is also really the first planet where you actually have a lot of interfaction PvP and are likely to run into members of the opposite faction. It can happen on Nar Shaddaa, but only, I think, in like the bonus area. Most areas, you can run into enemy players, but you can't fight them because, you know, the Hutts are watching. That is a crafting node, but we'll get it anyway, and then we'll grab that terminal over there. Some artifacts, it looks like. Alright, 2 down, 2 to go. Although now they have the PvE, PvP toggle thing. And unfortunately they made PvE the default, and most people don't even really think about it, so I imagine there's very little PvP that goes on in any server now. So it's a nice idea, but with just these so many servers and so, I don't want to say so little population, like the servers are decently populated, but they don't have enough people where you can split them up like that and hope that enough people will like World PvP to turn that toggle on. There'll be a few, but not enough to make it really interesting like back when I leveled you never knew when you were going to see a Sith or be jumped by one. And sure, it sucks sometimes, but it also, it was cool having a Sith try to attack you and end up beating them and getting to sort of, gloat a little bit. Especially while you were doing Dale. I had a lot of people attack me, because back then I didn't really even know the game that well, and it was usually a matter of whoever was the highest level would win. Like, there were a few high-level Sith that would just camp random areas and attack whoever they saw. And I got past them eventually, which was kind of a fun challenge in its own right. But, I might have to mez this guy. But it was more fun when I was max leveled and fully geared, and it was like even like as recent as 3.0, I would be gathering materials on Yavin, one of my sages, and be attacked by random Sith. And that was on a tune that actually had that I had done a lot of ranked with too, so you think people would realize I had one of the ranked speeders, one of the ranked titles, maybe you don't want to jump me, but Imperials are not known for being that bright. There was one really good one that I almost 2v1 two guys, and I think they were both in PvP gear and I was in my PvE gear. But at the very last second, when I was about to kill the second guy, he did a knockback and hit me right off the cliff. And I think he was probably just as surprised as I was. I think it was like a last second just gut reaction, because he could have knocked me back 50 seconds before that and ended it sooner, but he didn't until the very last second. So I wish I'd recorded that, because that was a fun duel, or whatever you want to call it, 1v2 thing. Alright, let's talk to this Zenith. Or at least get the location of our meeting. There he is.
Watch your tone. I am a Jedi Master, and SWTOR of the Jedi Order.
Okay. But what do you want?
I want to run the Imperials off Balmorra, so Ty Corden's new government can take over.
Unlikely. The old government's in exile. The Empire's too powerful. Ty Corden was talented. Naive, though. Still, exile can change a person. No. The Republic has failed us before. Help me first, then we'll talk.
You appear to have a grudge against the Republic.
They came to help, then abandoned us. Twice. Prove you're different. I'm tracking the Imperial head of manufacture, responsible for building weapons and enslaving my people. He's operating from inside the Okara droid factory. Normally, no problem. But he has a powerful bodyguard. I can't get close. Go to the factory and keep the bodyguard out of the way for me? Then we talk politics.
A child could do this.
Don't take long. This mission is vital.
What a sourpuss.
Not everyone has your gracious disposition, dear Holiday. We'd better do his little chore.
Why is she on the little holo projector thing? Doesn't she have her own? She can just appear anywhere around Theron, pretty much. Alright. I think that's probably a pretty good place to end this episode, though. We'll get back to the speeder and head to another area of Balmorra. Down there, I guess. And destroy this Imperial droid factories. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in episode 12.